Hello friends, so today we are going to learn about the next topic, that is alignment. Now what is alignment? Alignment is the position of center line of the highway on the ground is called as a alignment. Now horizontal alignment includes straight and curved paths. Horizontal alignment, what does it include? Horizontal alignment includes straight and curved paths, whereas vertical alignment includes change in level, gradients and vertical curves, right? Alignment decision is important because a bad alignment will enhance the construction, maintenance and vehicle operation cost. Hence, alignment is very important to be taken during the designing purpose. Once the alignment is fixed, it is not easy to change due to increase in the cost of adjoining land and construction of costly structure by the roadside. Once if you fix the alignment, it is very difficult because you see that adjoining areas gets developed very fast. Hence it becomes highly ineffective to acquire this land. Okay, so it should be done with a great precision. Then next we have requirements of this alignment. It is now, this is very important question from your examination point of view. Requirement of a ideal alignment. What are the requirement of the ideal alignment? So very first requirement of a ideal alignment is short. Now the alignment between two terminals should be short. As far as possible it should be straight, but due to some practical reasons deviations can be done or deviations may be needed. Second, it should be easy. Second requirement of a ideal alignment is it should be easy. The alignment should be easy to construct and maintain. It should be easy for operation of vehicle. So to maximum extent, easy gradient and curves should be provided. Third requirement is safe. It should be safe both from the construction and operation point of view, especially at slopes, embankments and cutting. It should be safe for traffic operation with safe geometric features. And lastly, it should be economical. That is, the alignment should be economical and it can be considered only if the total life cycle cost, considering the initial cost, maintenance cost and vehicle operation cost is minimum. So all these are the requirement of a requirements of a ideal alignment. So it should be easy, short, easy, safe and economic. Now next topic we have factors controlling alignment. Make a change here. It should be alignment here. Okay, alignment. So what are the various factors controlling alignment? It is not always possible to satisfy all the requirements. Hence, we have to make a judicial choice considering all these factors. Okay. So the various factors that controls the alignment are: first one, obligatory points, traffic, geometric design, economic and other considerations. So all these points we will study one by one in detail. Now obligatory point. So what is obligatory point? So obligatory points, or it is also called as a obligation point. Okay, obligatory or obligation point. These are the control points governing the highway alignment. These points are classified into two categories: points through which the alignment should pass, and the points through which the alignment should not pass. Should pass and should not pass. Okay, so here is the list of all this classification, that is points through which the alignment should pass. So first one is bridge site. So if the alignment is passing through the bridge site, the bridge can be located only where the river has straight and permanent path, and also where the abutment and pier can be strongly formed. The road approach the bridge should not be curved. Okay, the road whatever will be approaching, it should not be curved. Thus, to locate the bridge, the highway alignment may be changed. Second, we have as mountain. If the alignment is passing through a mountain, various alternatives are to either construct a tunnel or to go around the hill. Okay, you can either construct a tunnel or you can move around. The stability of the alternative road construction or topography, site condition, and construction and operation cost are taken into consideration if there is an obligation of mountain. Okay, then intermediate town. The alignment may be slightly deviated to connect the adjoining village or town. If the alignment is somewhat moving a bit away from the town or village, then it can be a little bit shifted near to the village or town, such that the development of that adjoining village or town may take place. Okay, so this is all about the alignment should pass through these sites. Okay, then next we have points through which alignment should not pass, that is religious place. Say for example, if whatever are the temples, those are all protected by laws, right? So if you want to acquire them, there will obviously be trouble. Hence, religious places always are protected by law from being acquired for any purposes. Hence, these places should always be avoided. Then, very costly structures. Acquiring a costly structure means heavy compensation should be paid, which will increase the initial cost. So, the alignment may be deviated to pass through that points. If it is going to pass through the heavy costly structure, it should be deviated such that initial cost will not be increased. Next, lake ponds. The presence of lake or pond on the alignment path would also necessitate us to deviate the alignment. Okay, so if these are the situation, we have to deviate the path. Next we have traffic. The alignment should suit the traffic requirement based on the origin destination data of the area. The desired line should be drawn. The new alignment should be drawn keeping in view the desired lines, traffic flow pattern, etc. So always you have to keep in mind the desired pattern of flow. Next is geometric design. The geometric design factors such as gradient, radius of curvature, side distance are all governs the alignment of the highway. To keep the radius of curve minimum, it may be required to change the alignment of highway. The alignment should be finalized such that The obstruction to visibility do not restrict the minimum requirement of sight distance. The design standards vary with the class of road and the terrain, and accordingly the highway should be aligned. All these points, sight distance and all, we are going to learn in detail in next unit, second unit. Okay, the next is economics. The alignment finalized should be economical. All the three costs, that is construction cost, maintenance cost and operation cost, should be as low as possible such that the initial cost can be minimized. Next is other consideration. Now in this other consideration there can be the crossing, then availability of road material, whatever the requirement of raw material will be there, it should be made, it should be easily available in that particular construction of road. Then crossing, the provision of stream crossing, river crossing and railway crossing along the road alignment should be properly studied such that the availability of suitable bridge site along the road alignment is very important. Then you have to keep here in mind the whatever are the dangerous road and rail crossing, it should always be avoided. Here again you can consider land acquisition. Land acquisition means the availability of adequate land for the construction of highway is necessary, right? If the highway alignment is such that considerable built up area and cultivated land area are going to get acquired, it will prove to be difficult. Again, it will be costly and also it will be a time consuming factor. And again in this, again you can consider one more other factor as proper drainage. Proper drainage means provision of proper and sufficient drainage is necessary for the stability of road, and hence the road alignment should take into consideration the factors of subsurface water level, seepage flow and high flood level. So we'll stop here and continue in next lecture. Thank you.